Red dad, blue dad, I'm making that paper. Red dad, blue dad, I'm making that paper. Yeah, red dad, blue dad, I'm making that. How about you? I'm trying to fight this rock, boy, yeah, no, I won't lose. How about you?
Network innovation is a core focus for the Stellar Development Foundation, and that's going to continue in 2022 as we challenge ourselves to adapt to new possibilities and see the opportunity they bring to extend Stellar. And the most immediate way we can pick up to do that this year is with smart contracts. You heard me right. I said we are looking to bring smart contracts to Stellar in 2022. There's a lot of work to be done to get there, but at SDF we're committed to researching and shepherding the development of the code and creating community engagement around an implementation. And the goal is to have Stellar remain one of the most accessible networks for developers so they can deliver high quality and safe applications to their users while also allowing it to adapt and respond to the competitive blockchain landscape. Smart contracts would allow the ecosystem to develop a new suite of products and services on Stellar. They'd not only be a boon to current developers, they'd also attract new developers to Stellar. They will also make it easier for end users to take advantage of Stellar's network of fiat on-ramps to cash into the new digital economy, thereby improving equitable access to financial infrastructure. Since the Stellar network was built as the future of payments, it's important that smart contracts on Stellar are secure for users and can scale without exorbitant network fees. If we do this right, it could set smart contracts on Stellar apart from all the rest. We're optimistic that we can get it done this year, but ultimately, as an open source network with an engaged ecosystem of developers, this isn't solely our decision, right? It's something that we will build with ecosystem support. So, we look forward to working with you all to build smart contracts on Stellar.
Peace, family, peace, family, peace. This your brother Red Dad, Blue Dad, a.k.a. Financial Freedom Fighter, a.k.a. Time Clock Smash. And guess what, family? I'm back at it again. And today, I got to bring that energy. And we're going to talk about smart contracts coming to Stellar Lumens. But before I go into this, I got to give my disclosure. I'm not a financial advisor, nor investment advisor. I'm just a drill sergeant here in this Wealth One. I got to bring that energy. Some of these cryptos I talk about can make you a shiro or it can make you a hero, but best believe it can make you a zero. Because anytime you take money out your pocket, it's a good chance you might not get it back. So let's get it, family. Check this out, man. Shout out to all my new subscribers, all my new listeners. Shout out to everybody who rocking with your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad, all the families, man. I want to give a big shout out to all my supporters of the merch. Big shout out to Kings and Queens Empowerment who doing that bullish merch for me. And also to all the supporters. Big shout out to Brother Dan of the Red Dad, Blue Dad community. And big shout out to Haitian T of the Red Dad, Blue Dad community. Red Dad, Blue Dad love you because you love Red Dad, Blue Dad. And let's get into this science. So family, with that being said, we're going to talk about smart contracts coming to Stellar. Family, it's not me saying this. Did you hear Justin Rice said smart contracts is coming to Stellar 2022? I'm just here to do my deep dive and bring this research for those who got eyes to see and ears to listen. So if you got eyes to see and ears to listen, go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and share it out because I'm about to dive deep and I'm about to bring the receipts on what's finna go down with Stellar Lumens and smart contracts coming. Let's get it. And the first one your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad want to talk about is Pendulum. Okay, Pendulum. I'm a man of words. I like breaking down words, going deep diving on the words itself. Let's go to what this Pendulum word actually means. Pendulum is a weight suspended from a pivot from that swings freely. Okay, Pendulum displaced sideways when it's resting equilibrium position. It is subject to restoring force due to the gravity will accelerate back and forth at an equilibrium position. Family, that is kinetic energy. Okay, family, look at it here. I like that, family. So they already got your boy on the word of Pendulum. So I know that word actually means something. So let's go to their Twitter page. Let's see what they're talking about. We are here on Pendulum Twitter page. Okay, they're not big, family. They're not big. Don't expect them to be big, family. You know, that's just the way it is. That's why there's only a few handful of people who are rich more than what we can ever imagine, because they got certain information we just ain't got. Or they got it early. Okay, Now, they only have about 3,664 subscribers. Your boy Red Dad Blue Dad is one of them. Okay. Now, they say they are a limitless fiat, decentralized future. Okay. Understand this. Understand this, family. I'm here for those who got eyes to see and ears to listen. I'm going to break this down simply stupid. But look who they're developed by. They're developed by Satoshi Pay. This is what you understand who they are. Let's find out who they are first. Okay. Satoshi Pay is connecting the world from through instant payments. Okay. They've been around since 2014. Okay. They only have about 7,164 subscribers. Why? Why, family? Because you got to have eyes to see and ears to listen. That's why I'm here to break it down for we understand those who are on the Red Dad Blue Dad community. Okay. Let's rock. Let's understand what they're talking about. Let's go to the developers here talking about this stuff.
Smart contracts is a very hot topic right now in the Stellar ecosystem because we're also working on building a layer 1 smart contract execution layer in Stellar, what we're calling Project Jump Cannon. And we've been very busy in the past few months surveying existing technologies for smart contracts. So I'm really interested to hear how you're making decisions and what decisions have you made regarding the smart contract execution layer in Pendulum.
So first, I'm really excited that there's a new smart contract project on Stellar. I think it's a really great direction. And I very much follow what's going to happen with the Project Jump Cannon. For Pendulum itself, we look at the different developments in the smart contract space. And of course, you have two big players here. You have the EVM smart contracts, which is the history, and that was the big milestone for smart contracts themselves. And most smart contracts are, of course, developed for EVM. So we have a really wide code base, a really great ecosystem, very, very powerful tools and projects. And of course, we want to support them. But on the other hand, I see a lot of, I see that there's a big future for WebAssembly smart contracts.
So family, he mentioned something called Jump Cannon, and he also mentioned EVM. So that's Ethereum Virtual Machine. Okay. Now, Justin Rice in the beginning said there are going to be an ecosystem of smart contracts to come to Stellar because they are the future of payments, and that's A through Z. That's from the naked places of the world to the richest places of the world. You'll be able to make a payment via Stellar somehow, some way or another. And I'm going to bring the receipts. Okay. Now we're going to talk about Pendulum. Let's go see what Pendulum is actually talking about and what they are going to bring as a smart contract to Stellar Lumens. Let's rock. All right, family. We are here on Pendulum website. Okay, I'm gonna break this down for you and make it real sweet for you. Okay, they're claiming to be a limitless fiat decentralized for the future. Okay, now here it is, interoperable blockchain that brings together high quality fiat tokens in a single powerful DeFi network, offering a composable fiat solution with 1,000 times performance. Okay, how are they gonna do it? It's not virtual machines. They are doing it with Kusama and Polkadot options. So they're doing it via those two, which is called .sama. Okay, they're gonna have an option. The Pendulum blockchain native token would be PEN. Now, family, I don't think they have that token out yet, so don't go looking for it yet. It's not out yet. Mark my words, it's not out yet. You know, so be careful. If you see something that's saying it is, make sure it's right. Dot your I's and cross your T's. I'm not sure if they have a Telegram up yet to check that. Okay, but it will be called PEN, P-E-N. Now, they're claiming trustless, interoperable solutions. Family, Forex optimized DApps ecosystem. We all know what Forex is, family. Some people trade Forex right now as we speak. They're trading Forex. So they want to be the liquidity for Forex. That's what it's saying. I'm going to read the light paper. I'm going to bring receipts. I'm going to bring energy to this. Again, 1,000%, 1,000 times performance by subtract runtime modules. Seamless worldwide banking network integration. Family, they're bringing in the banking. Next generation WASP compatibility. That's your new Web 3. PNP compliance for fintechs. Okay. Now here's the roadmap. They have accomplished partners with Stellar Development, Builder Program, Web 3 grants. They have accomplished the testnet, Rocco, Development Playground, Launch, Spacewalk, multi-access support. And we're going to go into where they're at now with the Pendulum light paper. So that's where I'm going to start, from the light paper family. And all the rest here they have yet to accomplish, because it is in the works. Okay, it is in the roadmap. So let's get into this science with your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad. Let's get it. Now here we are, family. We are on Pendulum light paper. Let's go to the introduction of this thing, family. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Throughout centuries, the tools of money have evolved to ever more inclusive and accessible and increasingly globalized and borderless world, from trading metal coins to investing to stocks, sending online bank transactions. However, the centralized traditional financial system, which is historically proven, these tools tend to unable to deliver a flexible and composable service. Global fiat transfers, interactions in traditional finance suffer from high fees, slow speed, limited optionals. In contrast with the explosion in the growth and world of decentralized finance, aka DeFi, has brought the tools of building invocation financial products for the future generations. But to date, bridging compliance fiat fintech service over to DeFi, which is a decentralized ecosystem, has to be a struggle. So it's been a struggle. Now, Pendulum is claiming. What is Pendulum claiming? Okay. With the framework, they going to establish the missing piece. This is huge what I'm about to say. Pendulum going to establish the missing piece between fiat and DeFi with a sophisticated smart contract network. Pendulum chain aims to become the one-stop hub for internet fiat invocation, and Pendulum will bring the included. Okay? Wow. They saying, family, they're going to be the internet fiat to DeFi. Okay? They're claiming to be the internet fiat to DeFi. That's not Red Dad, Blue Dad words. This is their words. Cross-chain trust, minimalized bridges, a network optimizing a broad basket of fiat-pegged stablecoins. Next generation smart contract technology, opt-in compliance layer with privacy features. Seamless on-ramp, off-ramp, standard to integration into your local banking network. Whoa, family, this is huge. Ooh. Get him, Tito. The light paper present a outline of technology and the plans to build Pendulum chain into a critical place of the Web 3 infrastructure. What Biden said, the infrastructure. He talking about the crypto infrastructure. That's why he dropped that bill, folks. Gotta have eyes and ears to see. I'm telling you. Now, features cross-chain bridges. One of the core pillars of Pendulum is the capacity of collect and connect the fiat-pegged tokens from the most prominent blockchain ecosystem to a single optimized blockchain system, giving the project developers and the token holders access to a broad basket of fiat tokens. Pendulum unlocks the evolution of money and market borderless traditional transactions. Connecting across the different ecosystem requires different solutions depending on the nature of the target network. In some cases, it may be the network's specified bridge and other integrations to multi-chain bridges of Summer. That's Polkadot and Kasama together to relay the chains through a cross-chain messaging protocol in order to ensure a bridge token distributed as wide as possible in a Summer ecosystem. State mine and statement integration is planned. One key design principle to ensure a bridge technology as trustless, reverse as possible. In the below section, which is they're just gonna show a demonstration here of something called Spacewalk. So they're just giving you the breakdown here, family, of how it actually works. we're not gonna get into this. We just want to talk about that energy and that smart contract. This is the technical part of how it actually works, family. So I'm looking at this on Pendulum docs. If you want to go into detail on how it actually works, and how they will actually use Stellar as an oracle in the middle, and how it will be bridged from user account, so on and so forth, family. I'm just here to bring some receipts, okay? Now, it's telling you about the Cosmos bridge, similar to Polkadot. It's telling you that it's going to be similar to other things that's already out there, okay? Cosmos, we already know what Cosmos do, but this is not their Stellar Lumens is not going to be on Cosmos. They're going to use Pendulum, and maybe they are, but who knows? But they're going to use a lot of smart contracts, not just one. And I'm going to bring this to you right now. It's not going to be just one. It's going to be a few, because they are a future of payments. They can scale. They like water. They can take any form. That's Stellar. Okay? Now, here's where I want to get into right here, family, that we must understand what they're trying to do. Forex. Forex trading, all the metal coins, all the fiat currency via the world. They want to be fiat. Pendulum wants to be fiat. Forex optimized network. Okay? Executing Forex exchange. Okay? At scale on the network, demand access to ample liquidity of a trustworthy fiat token, as well as a reverse infrastructure optimized for fiat decentralized app, which is DApps. The question of liquidity access to solve the first and foremost through cross-bridging tokens and other networks described elsewhere in the paper, while the question of the token quality is addressed by a decentralized incentive scheme. On the infrastructure level, Pendulum plans to provide a suite of core components that developers can build their applications, family. They want to be the liquidity for Forex. Forex, family. That's all built on the Stellar network via the smart contract of Pendulum, family. Come on now. You got to have eyes to see and ears to listen. Got to have eyes to see and ears to listen. So now this leads to and it's just basically in here, it's just showing you that Polkadot governance mechanism. Polkadot Kusama is Ethereum. They the modern day Ethereum. And I'm gonna keep going, family, on that, because we should know what Polkadot and Ethereum is by now, family. I'm sorry, Polkadot and Kusama. The same people who was part developers of Ethereum, which is Gavin Woods, developed Polkadot and Kusama, family. This is the cheaper, faster, scalable side of Ethereum that Ethereum need to be. Okay, but this is more on that Web 3. Ethereum more like Web 2. This is more like Web 3 with Polkadot and Kusama with the languages and stuff like that. Let's keep going, REDDADBLUEDAD. Let's get into it, man. Now, the fiat first runtime module. Okay. Now, it gives option to develop to experience a suite of contract module to provide a common feature such as price feeds, oracles, particle swap designs offered through a Pendulum API, which makes it simple to include a DApps. Designing Pendulum from the ground up, developers building a fiat-focused smart contract DApp. The network can attract the next generation of Forex projects on the blockchain, family. Here's your new stock market coming over to DeFi, family. Here's your Forex exchange coming over on the Stellar network, family. You gotta have eyes to see and ears to listen. I ain't here to waste your time. I'm here to change your mind. Now here's another huge one, family. This is huge. Traditional finance network integration. Those are your banks they're talking about, family. Those are your banks. What are they saying, REDDAD? Let's get into it. Building the integration into a traditional financial network broadens the scope of Pendulum, as both consumer and financial institutions are able to participate in the network activities, with emphasis on both of the fiat deposit withdrawal processes and optional data layer for transmissions and management of compliance data. The Pendulum allows the DApps to seamlessly users experience to the consumers. At the moment, fintech companies have hesitated to go DeFi to concern with regulatory issues. The compliance process to the scalable parachain design of the fintech company of the traditional finance to start taking advantage of the fiat use case on DeFi. So they're going to create an on and off ramp with this token called Palladium, family. Okay? Family. We just talked about them connecting the Forex with the liquidity and also being liquidity for you to use DeFi apps and your traditional banking, family. Traditional banking integration. That's pretty huge. How are they going to do it? With Stellar. Stellar is the future of payments. So if they're going to be a smart contract on Stellar, they're going to deal with your traditional banking, family. That's no lie. So here, the next generation of smart contracts. Of course, I told you, the next generation of smart contracts, the framework is used to build on both Polkadot and Kusama, which is called Dot-Sama. Okay? The advantage of that is having a native capability with Polkachain. Okay? It's the language support. Okay? It's a forkless upgrade with a upgraded coordination and a suit to build for customizing components. So family, they already dealing with a Web 3 up to date. All they got to do is run it on the chain of Polkadot and Kusama, family. That's it. That's how they're gonna do it via Polkadot and Kusama. Now it says in order to bring most capability to the developers, they will need to introduce a implement suite of next generation smart contract. The approach is twofold: implement, invest, and develop something called Web Assembly, which is called Worm, which is the future of smart contract executed layer while supporting the incumbents Ethereum virtual machine, aka EVM, which despite some of the limitations, it is still favor a large number of developers. 65% of developers are within the Ethereum virtual machine, family, and I'm going to explain how they're going to get into the DeFi with smart contracts as this goes on. I'm going to break it down to you simply stupid, family. I hope y'all press that like button. I hope y'all smashed it, man. I hope you shared it out. This for people who got eyes to see and ears to listen. Okay? It also showing you how they're scalable. Okay? Why they're scalable? Because they're on Polkadot. Okay? They're with Kusama. They got speed. The transactions per second. We already know what Kusama, we already know what Polkadot can do. It's faster than Ethereum. So family, if you think you missed out on Ethereum, you haven't missed out on Ethereum, family. You have Polkadot and you have Kusama. You have Polkadot and you have Kusama, family. They're not trading over $2,000 like Ethereum is right now. They're the same. They're accomplishing the same thing in the Web 3. Okay, Ethereum did its thing in Web 2. Okay, it did its thing in Web 2. Now we are merging into Web 3 apps, apps via Worldwide Web 3, and that will be Polkadot. That's what's called Polkadot, and Kusama, family, will be that. Okay, and via let's get into it, family. Now we just talked about this token called this chain called Pendulum chain. Okay, I broke it down to you guys. I told you, family, that it's going to connect Forex. It's going to connect your traditional banking with liquidity. Okay, but they're not ready yet. They still need something in order to fulfill the rest of their roadmap, as they say here. Like I'm telling you, 65% of large number of developers are stuck with the Ethereum virtual machine. Why? Because they need to be bridged from Ethereum to the rest of the DeFi. How? Here we go right here, family. Drum roll. It is called Flare. That's what it's called, family. Flare. Flare is the smart contract that's going to bring your virtual machine, your Ethereum 2.0. It's going to be wrapped, family. It's called wrapped assets. Assets stand for wrapped assets. It's going to be wrapped into Flare in order to bridge into the rest of the DeFi world. Now, Flare brings Ethereum capability to Stellar for the rest of the DeFi, rest of the smart contracts that's stuck in that Ethereum basket in order to come on over to Stellar, baby. You know we faster, you know we scalable, we know we the queen of crypto, and we run the world. We know that. Okay, via Flare Network, family. 4th of July. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now Flare Network has announced the integration. This is old news. It's not new news. That is a it will use XLM as a F assets on its platform. Okay, that's to scale into the rest of the DeFi family, along with his buddies and his family members, XRP, Litecoin, Dogecoin, so on and so forth, and a lot more. Algorand and a lot of other people are caught up in the Flare Network basket, waiting to explode into the crypto market, family. Ethereum is 65%, okay, of the market right now when it comes to smart contracts. But this is something called Flare. It's going to bridge that 65%, okay, into your crypto market. And you talking about us as of May 9th, 2022. You heard your boy REDDADBLUEDAD say the market is about 1.5 trillion at this point, you know. But when Flare Network bridge the 65% of smart contracts into the DeFi world, then you talking about a market cap going from 1.5 trillion to trillions of dollars being in the crypto market, family. Never to ever go to 1.5 trillion ever again. And that sounds like that is adoption to me, family. That sounds like that's adoption to me. But you know what? Let's find out, family. What is the history of America? Let's go. See, family, we got a way of doing things and understanding how these things work. Okay? Now, you know what? Let's do one more thing. When is Flare coming out? Okay, family. I want to know when Flare was coming out. Now, if Flare comes out, Flare Network, the main net, has aimed for the 4th of July of 2022, family. It's an F assets that will providing a vehicle of smart contract functionality to Bitcoin, XRP, Litecoin, Algorand, Dogecoin, XLM, and everything that's on the XLRPL, and so on and so forth. It would give the functionality on Flare, family, as a F assets. That is 65% of things that have the ability of smart contract. That's cheap, scalable. Oh my goodness. That open doors up for everything, family, to come wide open into the crypto market. That is open. And you wonder why I call it Flare. Why is it called Flare Network, family? Let me end this video here with the history of America. Here is your history of the so-called country called so-called America. Now, on the 4th of July, the Congress formally adopted the Declaration of Independence, and that is like from the British or somebody, family. Of course, we know the Queen runs the world, family. The British still run. We can say what we want to say. We can do what we want to say. We on London time, family. We on London time. There's a lot of things I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to just keep it simply stupid. It says the adoption of the Declaration of Independence, family. Why is Flare Network? You see the flares, boop, 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 the firecrackers, boop, 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 flare. It wants to be launched or aimed to be on the 4th of July. Do you think that's by coincidence, or do you think that's by design, that on the 4th of July, crypto adoption would be the new Declaration of Independence, family? build Fly Network to connect the rest of the decentralized market to the crypto market, family. You heard it from Red Dad, Blue Dad. You heard it. Mark my words. Say what you want to say. You got eyes to see and ears to listen. That is my speculation. My research tells me that. It does. It really does. If you read, you got eyes to see and ears to listen, your research will tell you that too. So it don't matter what project you in bed with, family. Just be in bed with a project that's gonna be into this type of field, into the future of payments. If anything, if you into the future of payments, you in it to win it, family. You good. You good. You know. But understand, if you invest into something that's a stable coin like $1, then be careful. But if something that's a high price stable coin, future of payments, not financial advice. But family, man, you know, I brought you that energy. I told you that I backed up Justin Rice. Justin Rice said that smart contracts is coming to Stellar, okay? 2022 of this year, 2022. But it's going to be an ecosystem of smart contracts in order for it to be available. Meaning, it sounds like he talking about Flare. And Flare will open doors for the rest of the Ethereum virtual machine and Polkadot and Kasama and everybody else to come build, or Stellar to build those type of contracts to build on Stellar for the future of payment, from the naked places of the world to the rural places of the world, family. And that's the truth. You know, I'm your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad, man. I'm just a drill sergeant here in this wealth war. That's it. That's it, family. You know, I just brought you how and why and possibly when the smart contracts is coming to Stellar, and who are they going to use? So if you like this content, smash the like button. Share me out. And again, I want to thank the family for purchasing the Red Dad, Blue Dad merch. Shout out to Kings and Queens Empowerment. Go to Instagram, Kings and Queens Empowerment. Get that merch. Red Dad, Blue Dad, Instagram, Kings and Queens Empowerment. The merch is all over the place. Shout out to Haitian T. Shout out to Big Dan. Shout out to everybody who bought the Crypto 101 Red Dad, Blue Dad books. Shout out to everybody who bought the Red Dad, Blue Dad crash course. I appreciate everybody who supported me, man. Much love back to you. Shout out to all the families. This been your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad breakdown on smart network, smart contracts coming to Stellar, man. I wasn't here to waste your time. I was here to change your mind. Peace and love, and enjoy the video.
Thorsten, CTO at Satoshi Pay. I'm really excited to be at Meridian and present our new product, Pendulum, to the Stellar community. Pendulum is a blockchain that aims to connect fiat to DeFi and bring DeFi products to the traditional finance world, which includes foreign exchange, cross-border payments, lending and borrowing, savings, and many other products. And Stellar is a perfect breeding ground for such a use case. It has more than 15 stablecoins and is closely connected to the world of traditional finance and banking with its multiple anchors. We're really excited to collaborate with the Stellar ecosystem, and we think that Pendulum can also bring a lot of value to the Stellar community. First of all, Pendulum brings smart contracts to Stellar, which is already a huge step for Stellar developers. If you plan to develop an application that requires smart contracts, for example, a custom automated market maker, you will be able to do it on Pendulum. As for the larger Stellar community, everyone who uses and holds Stellar assets, you will be able to put your funds to work on Pendulum and earn yield with different DeFi applications, just the same way you can do now on Polygon, Solana, Ethereum, or Polkadot. I hope you're all excited. Let's get started with the demo. In this demo, we are going to show you our testnet prototype. We are going to send some stablecoins from Stellar to Pendulum, run a smart contract on Pendulum. In this case, it is an AMM. We are going to add funds to the liquidity pool and swap 2 stablecoins. And after that, we will transfer the funds back to Stellar. You can try out this demo for yourself. Just go to playground.pendulumchain.org. And this is how our playground looks like. Before you can interact with Pendulum, you need to connect an account. Here we made it very simple and added this one-click setup button. Pressing this button will create a Stellar account, a connected Pendulum account, and will pre-fill both accounts with some initial tokens that makes it easy to interact with this demo. This is the view of the bridge between Stellar and Pendulum. This page displays all assets and their balances on the connected Stellar account, and all equivalent assets on the according Pendulum account. Our one-click setup already provided 100 Euro tokens and 100 USDC tokens for the Stellar account. Note that the Pendulum account doesn't hold any Euro or USDC tokens yet. This is why we're going to use the bridge. Here you can easily transfer funds from Stellar to Pendulum. And let me just transfer 20 euros over to Pendulum. This process only takes a few seconds, and very soon you will see that 20 euros have been taken from the Stellar account and moved over to the Pendulum account. There we go. Now that we moved 20 euros to Pendulum, we can use them to interact with an automated market maker, or AMM. For this purpose, we already deployed an AMM implemented as a smart contract on Pendulum. This is an AMM for the Euro and USDC asset pair, which allows to swap them for one another. This AMM already has a liquidity pool and is ready to use. Now let us swap Euro for USDC. And let me say that I want to receive 10 USDCs. Of course, the automated market maker, having already some liquidity, will tell me what amount of euros I have to spend for the swap. In this case, it's about 15 euros. In the meantime, let me also point out that using those tabs, we can easily supply liquidity and withdraw liquidity ourselves to this AMM. And on this last tab, we can expect the reserves and the liquidity pool of this AMM. Now that the swap is done, we can easily see on this bridge view that we actually received 10 USDCs from our AMM and had to spend some euros. Finally, let me bridge back those 10 USDCs to Stellar. There we go. After a few seconds, we will again see that 10 USDCs are taken from Pendulum and will arrive on our Stellar account. There we go, and this it is. Let us know what you think about this prototype. Check out our website if you want to try it yourself, and please reach out to us if you want to build an app on Pendulum or if you have any questions or feedback about our development. Thank you for watching our demo.
Rare day now, homie, now I won't lose. How they are mindset and people, that's something I can't choose. It's Red Dad, Blue Dad, I'm making that paper. Yo, Red Dad, Blue Dad.
Yeah. You know what time it is, baby. Got to bring that energy.